This is weird. I didn't think I'll have to use my voice for this video, but this has become a really concerning issue regarding the. Okay, so of course you've seen the title already, so you already know what I'm going to talk about. But since, in case you're not aware, so this started when the devs tweeted on the 9th of March, 9th or 8th, I guess, wherever you live, that there's going to be a compensation plan for characters which will not be migrated. So your question is, you already know what's going to happen, but the problem is not that the characters will not be available. So as you can see, I have right now Steve on my screen, which will not get transferred. Along with this, Steve, Demogorgon and Nancy, anything from Stranger Things you own up till now will not be transferable in the new version. Now the reason this is an issue is not because they're not available in the new version. Most of us knew this at this point of time, because if you have played Netease, so you already know that they are not there in that version. And because the new version, which is releasing in I think 4 or 5 days from now, is the same code which is taken from the Netease version, which has been running since I think last April 2022. So the issue is not the availability, but the compensation rewards. So of course, if you know that these are licensed characters and they are not available anymore since Netflix revoked the license. So here Steve costs 500 cells, right? So if I just show, I can't show, but so Steve costs 500 cells, Nancy also costs 500 cells, and Demogorgon also costs 500 cells. So if you are someone maybe like a veteran like me, so by now you most probably might have spent at least minimum 1500 cells, because 500 cells per character. So the issue is, once you the new version is live in 4 or 5 days, so instead of getting back 1500 Oryx cells, you will be getting back 27,000 shards, which is, I don't know, I'm lost for words. It's one thing to make everything pay to win, and all these, the gacha, the lucky draw system and all this, and making sure no more ads are not available, but to straight off scam your players, I don't know what to say. It's stupid, it's dumb. I understand everyone is mad with it. So this is just one part. I'm just gonna show mostly this video is gonna show what is gonna go missing and how damageful this is actually gonna be on your, especially if you have actually paid for this, because most probably, if I think my case also, I bought these characters when I think ads did not exist back then, so you actually had to purchase from the shop. So I also bought a Oryxel pack with actual money, and then I bought these 3 characters. So thing is, this is just one part of the puzzle. So if I go to my cosmetics, for me, in my case, I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, I do not have any cosmetics for all 3. So because I wasn't that interested in cosmetic collections. But I guess, example, I'll give you one very, I think one of the most famous cosmetics you could buy from the Stranger Things was the Scoops Ahoy Steve from I think season 2 or season 3 of Stranger Things. So even those cosmetics, the refund you will get is not actually Oryxel. I think that's even worse. Let me just check how much is it. Yeah, not even shards. You're getting Sinister Stones, and if you don't know what Sinister Stones, it's just a new currency which will be used for the gacha / the lucky draw system. So that's why this is really shit. And now I'm just, for the second part, I'm just gonna show what could be the damage, in theory, and also what characters could go missing from the new version. Okay, so let's just move on to the part of the explanation. So if you go to the official website and check the FAQ, so as you scroll down, you'll see the compensation plan. And of course, here then you can see the the shit news which they have given. So technically, if you have, it doesn't matter if it's original or licensed. So where does it say? Yeah, unfortunately, some contents are not transferable at this moment and will be compensated. So it's Stranger Things is confirmed. I'm just going to show you proof in a bit. But the thing is over here, so let's say Steve plus Nancy plus demo was 1500 RX cells. You don't even get the cells back, so you're getting shards. So which technically you can grind in the game and are free. So you have paid money and you have lost money. So that's there. But this is just the first part of the puzzle. The second part of the puzzle comes in this very weird sentence over here. So if you see, it says before May 15th. Now this is another, how can I say this? A potential future scam this is going to become. So I'll just tell you in a bit why. But for some who are, like saying, maybe Stranger Things will not go, or it's not like confirmed. So I'll show you some proof. Where is it? So the first one is here. Of course, this is a tweet from Dweet, or a rhyme. But if you don't know who Dweet is the person who actually posts leaks and renders for the Netease version. If you see on my community post, so this is a person. So he's the main leaker. So again, according to his post, you see that these characters will not be available. And of course, in his own commentary, he says it's a scam because you have paid Oryx cells and you're getting refund for shards, especially for the licensed characters. If you notice in this list, you'll see that there are some more character names. Like there's Ash, there's Cheryl, Executioner, and Michaela. So if you're wondering why out of in the entire roster on which is available on mobile, why only these are there? This is because on the current Netease version, Ash, anything from Silent Hill, and Michaela do not exist. Hence, and obviously, since I said before that the code is going to be taken from the Netease version, hence these characters will not be there as well. So, of course, if you don't understand what this line means, if it is unclear if or when they will ever be available, this means they will come at a later date. But this is what comes into the second problem. So let's say if you bought Cheryl and Executioner. So according to this post over here, which is a licensed character. Sorry, let's just start with a simple example. So let's say if you bought Michaela for 9,000 shards, right, an original character, and then obviously on March 15, which is like 4 or 5 days from now, it will not be there. So thing is, if Michaela does come, then she will be automatically unlocked. This is what the sentence says. So let's say, if Michaela comes at a later date, so you would not have to spend 9,000 shards to buy her again. She will automatically come in your account. But this is where how can I say, like a future scam thing is going to happen. You see this date over here? 15 May. So it says here, if the non-migrated character you purchased becomes available, they will automatically be unlocked. Now, March 15th is when the new version goes live. So that is 2 months, right before May. So April and May. So within 2 months, you have to ask yourself, what happens if Cheryl and Executioner do not release within those 2 months? So most probably as per the English and all, what I can understand from here, if Silent Hill comes after this date, then you will have to rebuy the characters. Because you are not getting Oryx cells back, right? You're getting iridescent shards. And of course, these are licensed characters, both of these. So you will have to spend 1,000 Oryx cells again just to buy them. And this is only for the character. I haven't even talked for the other thing. Yeah, the cosmetic as well. So yeah, see. Since let's say if you bought which one? Lisa Garland. So Lisa Garland is a legendary ultra rare. I forgot what's the naming. I think it's ultra rare. Yeah, because legendaries don't exist on mobile maybe. So it's an ultra rare for Cheryl, Lisa Garland. So I think it's 1,350 RX cells or 1,300. Someone can correct me. So the thing is, instead of getting back your Oryx cells, you will be getting 15 Sinister Stones. And then if Silent Hill comes after this date, you will have to spend 1,000 Oryx cells to first buy Pyramid Head and Cheryl, and then 1,350 Oryx cells to buy Lisa Garland again, since they will not be automatically unlocked if they come after this date. And considering, this is partly managed by Netease, if I had to make like a plan, if how to become rich or something. So what I can do is, let's see. So 15 March, I released the game, which is a new one. Then let's say, let the game run maybe 1 month or, even in 1.5 months. So maybe at like May beginning, I can release a new chapter. But the new chapter will be, maybe I'll release Deathslinger, which is a original character. So what happens is within the 2 month span from March 15 to May 15, I'll just release Deathslinger, which is an original character. You will anyways buy it with shards, and then just to make sure that releases don't come one after another, like how on PC they are spaced after 3 months a new chapter comes out. Then I can release Silent Hill after this date. So what happens is you all will be forced. I mean, we all will be forced to buy with Oryx cells again. And of course, if you have cosmetics for the licensed characters, so yeah, good luck. Another proof. This luckily I found it on Reddit. So there was a this user Jamie I found in the DBD mobile community. So this user actually mailed the support team. So of course, I'm pretty sure his main question was about will Stranger Things be transferable. So of course here he gets a reply saying that we are sorry that the Stranger Things chapter will not be transferable to the new version. So yeah, and then he tells to check out this link, which is this link. So yeah, these are the two like the proofs which I have found so far. I mean, I knew this was going to happen like eventually because Stranger Things was not in Netease, and Netease didn't have rights since they created that version after Stranger Things was already removed. So here what I'm going to do is just going to show you a small thing of how how much damage. Like I'll show you my personal case, then you can see compare yours. So let's say my case. So so I have Steve, Nancy, Demo. I have Ash, Cheryl, and Pyramid Head. Cosmetics, and the refund. So for me, luckily, since I was not that into cosmetics, so for me it's all zero. And now these costed 500 each in my case. I mean everyone's case, sorry. I'm just gonna add Mikila for now. Okay, so I mean I put Mikila below because Mikila costs shards anyway. So even if you lose and you have to buy her again, you are anyways getting 9,000 shards. So this one just cancel out each other. But here is the main one. So these three will obviously be gone for good. And just let me just highlight this. So these three will be gone for good. Like you will lose 1,500 Oryx cells minimum if you have all three. So your total loss is this much. Now these are the other three which I will be. So in my case, I will be losing only 3,000. I mean not only, but 3,000 Oryx cells. And I will be mostly praying that they come before May 15th. Otherwise, my total loss will be. So my minimum loss is 1,500 Oryx cells, and my maximum loss could be 3,000 Oryx cells. Now let's say if you did buy, let's say the Lisa Garland offered, so it's like 1,350. So I can see the total will like, let's see, so grand total. Okay, so this is if, let's say, if you are someone who has all of these characters and Lisa Garland. So look at that. You have already lost like 4,350 RXL, which is a lot of money that you have spent. And depending on, and the problem is even the, like, how, how because of countries like inflation, and also each country the RXL packs you buy differ. Like in some countries it might be more expensive, and some might be cheaper. So you might even be losing way more money for this. So obviously, if I mean, the thing about this is you not only be losing Lisa Garland, but if you have to buy her again, you'll have to spend this. But the worst part is if you have, let's say, the scoops are high for Steve, it's I think 1050. So I mean, your total loss for Stranger Things, I mean, your loss just keeps increasing, increasing. So I mean, yeah, that's, I mean, this is what I show. I mean, it's ridiculous. At least, I mean, my loss is like 3,000 RXLs, but whew, I wonder for people who love collecting cosmetics and put dollars in this game, you might. Let's see, how much does an RXL pack cost? Let me just check. 1 minute. So let's say in my case, I lost 3,000 RX cells, which is Jesus Christ. So a 2,250 RXL pack. This is my currency, so 2250, and it cost. So in my case, this is the RXL pack on the store I can see currently. So 2,250 RXLs cost me 30. This is Australian dollars, by the way. So don't get confused. Don't look at this is not US. This is Australian dollars. So this must cost me 31 Australian dollars. So I mean, let's say we go buy a pack of this so that I can have 3,000 RXLs, which will cost me. So yeah, I've technically just lost $45 Australian dollars, of course. So I've lost like 45 Australian dollars just from losing all this characters. Should if some of them do not come back before this date, so I will be losing $45 straight. I mean, that's my case since I don't have any cosmetics. Depending on how many cosmetics you want, I mean, you could lose up to maybe $100. I mean, it's not a joke. I'm not really sure how devs think that they could get away with this. I mean, I think if you check the comments, you'll only see one this thing. Yeah, see, this is the main concern. I mean, yeah. So you'll just see everyone saying scam. So I mean, yeah, that's it. I honestly didn't want to make this. I thought just making a community post, but this is a pretty massive issue. I mean, honestly, if this was a really massive game or something, like technically the devs should be sued for this, because it's one thing to make things behind a paywall, or have gambling systems like how in Netease there is the gacha system where you have like 1% chance to get, but to take money from someone and not and then just misuse it. And I'm not sure what's a technical term over here, but to scam your own player base. So I mean, I hope before the release or maybe after release the devs change their mind and give the RXLs. And yeah, that's it, I guess. Thank you for watching, and what a scam.